It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Rams, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Into the secondary, past the 40, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. We know they have these RPOs in the playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Herbert off of play action. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rosa's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be let out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 21 carries, 69 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. That catch good for only a couple. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. Powell on the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Hutchins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Terrell Lewis able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake. Hutchins. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Hutchins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Evades him at the 20. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down. Hutchins over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 7 catches, 67 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Now Chubb running right, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Herbert's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Touchdown! That's caught. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Houston's offense taking over again. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And fights through one man. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Hutchins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Larson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Hutchins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. That's on Greg Little, the big left tackle. Here's Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch. Yeah,
they've really been targeting the tight end. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off play action. Hutchins. Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Looking to throw on second down. Hutchins completes it to Powell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. We just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. A pass there over the middle to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 29. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Throwing again on second down. Herbert throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rosas' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Hutchins. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, he finds Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A 1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Back to throw again. Open is Powell. That's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with an NFC West battle down in the Valley of the Sun. Arizona visiting San Francisco. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Lamar Jackson, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington football team. Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Oh, look at the juke.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. It looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
I'm going to hit you all day. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Back to throw. Hutchins.
Oh, into a sea of defenders, unintercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Roses to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hutchins. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
Throwing on 1st down. Hutchins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hutchins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't rule that one in. On 3rd down, Hutchins. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Off the play fake. Hutchins. And that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action. Hutchins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll find Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A give. This is Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hutchins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Larson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Houston.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hutchins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Larson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Operating from the gun. Hutchins. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Peyton Turner in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Houston set to take over. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They run the counter. It's Mitchell. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hutchins got this complete to the tight end Pitts. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that'll set them back 5. A bad time for a full start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hutchins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for L.A. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On 1st down, Hutchins. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Powell on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Off the play fake. Hutchins. And that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Throw left side complete. That's Larson. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Hutchins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw. Hutchins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Sack will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Hutchins. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Rosas' kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Completes it to Powell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Los Angeles, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year.